Shalom. First of all, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles of great millstone. Likewise, brothers out there putting on this truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep. And to you, brothers and sisters tuning in, Shalom. Today's lesson title, They Don't Consider. And the message is clear. We are in a time of transition, which is going to be very, very rough. And our people don't seem to think that they are in great danger here in Great Babylon, America. Let's start off with the first scripture here. This is the book of Psalms 118, starting verse 8, and it reads, "It is better to trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, than to put confidence in prince." And these modern day presidents are no different from the ancient Caesars, okay, and kings of the past, who ruled the Roman Empire, okay? And we're in a time right now where you have this very centric man that is being propelled, okay, to the great seat, the great wicked seat, okay, in the place they call the White House, and his name is D. Trump, okay? And what you see here is the simple of our people seem to think that some way, somehow, they can, finesse their way close to these people, okay, who are our enemy, and somehow they're going to benefit because the current prince or the current king, okay, who's in rulership, has not met their needs. Let's go into the book of Isaiah 19 and start in verse 2, because during this transition, there's going to be a lot of bloodshed, okay? And I'm going to play a video. If you stick to the very end of this video, you'll see in a few minutes into this video a clip from the words of this man, D. Trump, okay? This is the book of Isaiah 19, verse 2. It says, "And I will set the Egyptians against Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idol, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord. A fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemi Shai." Now, interesting enough, we're going into the what is going to be this is considered election year, okay, 2024, and early on, okay, I think it was 2 weeks ago, they had a movie called Civil War, okay, which which showed the division here in Great Babylon, America. But we don't even have to see a movie to know that there's a civil war already taking place here in Great Babylon, America, because there is difference of opinion. We see in sedition of man, seditions amongst men here in Great Babylon, America, and the division, okay, amongst the people that are in rulership. It's already taking place in front of us, okay? And what you have, okay, is a cruel lord that is going to be appointed, okay, over the inhabitants of Great Babylon, America real soon. And that man is going to be D. Trump. Through the spirit, we believe that D. Trump will be bringing in Jacob's trouble, okay, and the great tribulation that's going to be taking place here in Great Babylon, America, and all across the earth. But we focus here on Great Babylon, America, okay? So you have these, they call themselves niggers, okay, for Trump, okay? They don't want to hear the words from the prophets. They don't want to seek the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, okay, as you can see there, with the roughly paraphrasing of the scripture, the ox knoweth what? His owner, but his master. But, my people don't consider. They don't consider the fact that this man is not your master. Why are you, using a term like nigger to vote for this man? You can just simply say, we will vote for Trump. But they got to add that flair into it, because why? They're extremely simple. So there's a consequence that's going to be taking place here. As you can see, there's going to be Egyptians against Egyptians. There's a division. These so-called white people are in clash, okay, amongst each other. You get the ones that favor the current prince, okay, and then there's those who favor the one that they would like to get in, okay, to the seat of decision, okay, which is going to lead into that clash. That clash is going to be part of Jacob's trouble. There's going to be trouble for everybody, you know, tribulation for everyone. But you have a part that's going to be in particular for Jacob, okay, which is the 12 tribe of Israel, or so-called blacks and Americans and Latino. Let's go into the book of Psalms 140, because we are the watchmen. We see the sword coming. We understand the ways of this devil, Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man. The Lord has given us that vision, okay? When we speak boldly against, okay, the wickedness, okay, and the perverseness of the kings of Babylon, America, that, you know, they bring out upon the people, okay, enacting it in laws. Okay, we know in about a few weeks' time there's going to be, you know, the Sodomite Pride Month, okay? But let's get back to this, because there's a consequence of this clash between these so-called white people that is going to have dire consequences on Yasharala, or so-called blacks, Native American, Latino. Now, before I bring out the clip of what D. Trump has intention of doing, let's go into the book of Psalms 140 and verse 1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, deliver me, O Lord, Yahweh Shemai Shai, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischief in his heart continually as they gather together for war. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Others poison is under their lips. Selah. Keep me, O Lord, Yahweh Shemai Shai, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have proposed to overthrow my goings. So when you listen to the words that's going to be coming out of D. Trump mouth, he's using basically metaphors, and he's also using code language, okay? But we constantly have our eyes on the house of the wicked, so we know exactly who D. Trump is coming for, which is Yasharala, Israel, so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos. Yes, the Edomites are going to get their judgments in this too, and okay, in these other tribes too, and all those dissidents against what their new agenda is, but in particular, the 12th tribe of Israel. Watch these video clips.
No drug problem. I said, what do you attribute that to? Death penalty.
I've always supported the death penalty. I've always supported the death penalty. I don't even understand people that don't.
We have to bring back the death penalty. They have to pay the ultimate price.
Death penalty. Bring it forth.
I mean, these people have to be treated very, very severely, and they're not treated severely.
I am so for the death penalty.
Remember the old days, a deserter, what happened? Bang.
He deserted. You know, in the old days when we were a strong country, it would be boom, gone.
You know, spies in the old days used to be executed.
Bing, and it goes quickly, right? It's called, you're dead. Treason. It's treason. You don't even hear that word. It's treason.
You know, in the old days, boom, firing squad. No, it's true. I love the Second Amendment. I love the Second Amendment.
Somebody said the other day, well, he had some psychological problems. Well, you know, in the old days, bing, bong. When we were strong.
The drug dealers, the drug pushers they're really doing damage. Death penalty. We give death penalty to people that sell drugs.
Death penalty. Quick trial.
Death penalty. That's it.
Unless you have really, really powerful penalties led by the death penalty for the really bad pushers and abusers, we are going to get nowhere.
I'm also directing the Department of Justice to propose legislation ensuring that those who commit hate crimes and mass murders face the death penalty, and that this capital punishment be delivered quickly, decisively, and without years of needless delay. Immediately, with trial, get the death penalty, but quickly. The trial should go fast.
Rapidly as possible.
They should get the death penalty, and they shouldn't have to wait years and years. Bring back the death penalty. They ought to give them a quick trial, and they ought to absolutely execute this maniac.
Again, the words death penalty, death penalty, death penalty, death penalty. From no penalty to death penalty.
The death penalty. The death penalty.
It's called the death penalty. Okay?
And as you saw in those video clips, okay, all this man talked about was, or spoke about, was what? Death, death, death. When was the last time you saw soon-to-be president-elect? His whole campaign is about death penalty, death penalty. Because see, this is a time, you know, where there's going to be great death. Okay, the Lord made it very clear, okay, that he is going to cut off what? 2/3, okay, of his people in this time, and 1/3 will be brought through. Okay, but see, Jake them, they hearken to the words of this man, because see, what they're looking for is, I just need a brand new TV, some new sneakers, or, you know, new Jordans. I need to be able to continue to go and, you know, to watch the basketball game. And I want to continue to live here in Great Babylon, America, you know, not on the street, but just have enough to where I exist. Okay. So they put all of their trust in man. Okay. And that's the reason why the words from the prophets who look like them, you know, doesn't resonate with them. And we, of course, we know the Lord Yahweh Shemashah has bound them. Let's go into the book of Proverbs 26 and Proverbs 25. It says, when he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation. We bringing that, we showing it right now. We show them the current wicked ruler, okay, wickedness. We showing the previous one, wickedness, which was this guy that's looking to come back. Okay, we never fall for their rhetoric, okay, or their promises. Okay, whose promise do you desire, Jake? I asked the question. Whose promise do you desire? Do you desire the promise of a man that all he talks about is death, bringing the guillotine, bringing the firing squad? Okay, his target is drug dealers or those who sell drugs, which a lot of you Jakes, your only source of income is selling a little bag. Now, he didn't go into details of who he's really going to execute, but a drug dealer is a drug dealer if it's drugs and if it's on the DEA's list, okay, of prohibited substances that can be sold, you know, over the counter or something like that, and you don't have a license to sell it, okay, they can consider that to be they can consider you to be a drug dealer. This is why it says, whose hatred is covered by deceit, okay, his wickedness should be shown before the congregation. He's deceptive. Your little dope shop that where you're selling your marijuana for what they call a medicinal medicine is not going to fly in his time. That to him, they're gonna suddenly label those as drug dealers. You're not a physician; those are drug dealers. Okay, so when you think of in the mind of a drug dealer, the first thing comes is some dreadlock hair or just some pants sagging Negro or Latinos, and particularly a Negro of the Negro persuasion, which is you know, from the tribe of Judah or Levi or Benjamin here in Great Babylon, America. Okay, you see they're already right now creating a bad image of the Northern Kingdom by calling them, you know, resistance to authority. Okay, and in part of his speech here, Trump mentioned that, you know, anyone that lay paws on a law enforcement officer is going to get put to death. Okay, and you know, they're showing videos of Northern Kingdom tribes doing such thing. Okay, they're showing them going into houses and invading those houses, what they call the squatters. Okay, they're showing Jakes going inside the stores and breaking windows and smashing, you know, jewelry storage boxes and walking over clothes and television and all kinds of stuff. So they're building the image of these youths, and people are watching because when you are a person here in Great Babylon, America, which is places known as spiritual sort of Egypt, and the Egypt part of it is what? Slavery. It's always synonymous with slave. You work 2 or 3 jobs to get what little you have, okay? And to see somebody just go and just take it just because they don't want to work the 2 or 3 job or put the time and effort in, it creates that lack of compassion. Nobody's going to care when they ground up these Jakes, okay? And I'm a watchman. I'm giving a warning to Yasharallah. I don't care about these Edomites or these other tribes or what they do or what their judgment is going to be. I don't care, okay? But when they see that, okay, they are not going to have people. Nobody's going to have compassion. I don't have compassion for a nigger going and stealing what he hasn't earned, okay? Do without it. But y'all are hard-headed, okay, and y'all believe because y'all are living the good. Y'all have an entitled, nigger entitlement mentality here in Great Babylon, America, because you've been able to get away with the craziness. But that is about to change. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah 30 and start verse 4. And it says, and these are the words of the Lord Yahweh Shai spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus said the Lord Yahweh Shai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces turned into paleness. Now, imagine just a nigger just turning in pale. But this is telling you right now, when you listen to the words of that man Trump, he is telling you he is going on a killing spree. This man has been raised up by these elites to do just that. Why? He has the personality, okay? He has the kind of cold, stare, cold heart to do something like this. And he's going to make killing or executing Jakes cool, okay? Of course, they're going to execute the Edomites too and many others too like that, to not make it look as if they're only picking on one particular tribe. But we already know, okay, that really the target is Yasharallah. Now, I asked before, whose promise would you prefer to have? Okay, the promise of Yahweh Shai or the promise of what these doggone people are making out to you, such as D. Trump, okay, is making out to you. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it, even the time of Jacob's trouble, which is the 12 tribe of Israel, but he shall be saved out of it. That's a promise. See, this is what we cleave on to, is that right there. But he should be saved out of it, because we know, even as the hopefully elect, that we're going to be going through that. We're going to see that, okay? There's going to be great fear. That's what it said. It said, we heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Actually, now when you say, man, don't travail with child, wherefore do I say every man with his hands on his loins? Men are going to become almost like women, okay? So wisdom and knowledge is going to be, the stability of the times for us, because we understand that this has to happen, because we also know there's also a promise, but he shall be saved out of it. The rest of you will not know that, because you don't hearken to the words. So you will think it's the bloody end. And it is going to be the bloody end for your ass, okay? Let's go into the book of Psalms 10 and verse 8. Because this is very interesting when you read this here. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Let's take a look at that word, privily, okay? And sharing the knowledge of something secret or private. Now, somebody put this, okay, and this is going into the details of it. If you're privy to something you've been let in on a secret or know something about that most people don't. Not many people are privy to those top secret documents are all about, for example. Okay, so Trump is already privy to the fact that, okay, the target and everything that he's talking about, in fact, is really targeted towards who? Us. They already have that. That's a top secret thing. The target is the so-called blacks, the Americans, and Latino. Okay, the snares have already been laid. We've already set them up to go, the youths to go in the stores and go smash windows and steal. We've already set these so-called migrants to go there and squat in people's house illegally and attack police officers and all that stuff. So we're building a case against them that these are animals. And you hear him talk about that, where he's referring to these people as degenerate, okay, people that society needs to get rid of. And society is going to go along with it. Do you know how many of these Edomites are going to rejoice, okay, when he pick up the so-called drug dealers, which are going to be the Jakes, them, who, whether they got set up or not. And the Lord is not going to show mercy. This is the reason why we're making our election sure when we are seeking mercy from the Lord Yahweh Shai, because we understand the Lord is setting Esau up to do this. He's setting D. Trump to come into the wicked seat to execute the judgment on the children of Israel. Let's go into the book of Proverbs 1 and start verse 23. Because, again, you see, Jakes have all been misled because of the fact that, we tell you that this man is look at him, man. I mean, this man he looks at everything as kind of like a opportunity to have a reality TV show. And this is what he's going to do. Execution is going to become like a reality TV show, okay? And y'all have been misled by these men, okay, all these wicked leaders of Yasharallah, okay, who y'all worship these idols, okay, cozying up with the enemy, okay, y'all think that this is so cool. This is the reason why you come up with the term niggas for Trump. Because look at these. These are all niggas, okay? Niggas, okay? This is Proverbs 1 and Psalm 23 said, turn ye to my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you through the prophets. Because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. You don't regard us as anything. You don't see us as anything more than just dudes just standing up out there. That's fine. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. That's going to be us. Okay? When your fear cometh as desolation, destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Okay, letting you know, the message is clear. It's a time, it's a transitional time, meaning that, okay, you have the herald of the Malak here on this earth right now, on the highway and the byway, on the unicorn, okay, preaching this gospel, giving the warning out there, speaking of his coming and what he intends to do, okay, and also what the Lord intends to do to the tribe of Israel, should you not hearken to his warnings or his words, okay? So you're going to be mocked and laughed at. You're going to starve to death. You're going to have to go there and steal. You're going to be caught up in there. And once he gets into there, you think it's all about drug dealer. No, he's going to change up the laws to include shoplifting and all the other things that Jakes is doing out there. Oh, these people are going to be calling for it because everybody is going to be salivating, okay, for the blood of the children of Israel, so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latino. Okay, so as you can see here, this is going to be the new norm in Great Babylon, America. Let's go to the book of Revelation 20 and starting with verse 4, because you're going to have some of the elect that is going to become victim of death at the hands of who we believe to be the final ruler of Great Babylon, America, which is going to be D. Trump. And it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Hamashiach, and for the word of power, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon his forehead or in his hand, on their hand, and they live and reign with the Mashiach 1,000 years. So beheaded, that is going to be what is going to be the judgment of some of the men that you see stand out here on the highway and the byway. We don't know which one of us is going to be, but some of us are going to get put to death, tortured, okay, and you know, us, like I said, ultimately get put to death. But there's a reward in the end. Okay, you get immortal life. So is it really a bad thing? Absolutely not for the elect. But for the rest of you, you're going to die in vain for nothing because you put your trust in the kings of Great Babylon, America. So Lord willing, the elect was edified. Let it close out by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, likewise brothers, so they're putting out this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep unto you, brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom.